In 2014, the RESEES program at EPA awarded the City of Dania Beach and Broward County a grant to develop a community resilience planning and decision-making framework for coastal communities, not only to become more resilient, but also to prioritize the impacts of climate change in their adaptive management process and investment decisions.
Here in South Florida, the challenges of climate change are really quite unique. It isn't just about planning for sea level rise or extreme storms and rainfall, but it's also about jointly managing the complexities of our hydrologic system.
We don't know when it's summer or when it'll be winter. So our climate is continuously most like a summer.
We're looking at the implications of climate change. It's really trying to ascertain the extent to which any of the engineering solutions that we might propose can be successful given the influences that are happening in our geology beneath our feet as we actually begin to see really the groundwater beginning to intercept the land surface.
In fact, from Fort Lauderdale down through Hollywood, including Dania Beach, it has a huge census tract full of food desert. It really parallels the west side of the FEC railway. A lot of lower income families that don't have transportation. To have a food desert, you have to have low transportation capabilities and a need to buy fresh vegetables. And so with our patch here, we're providing fresh vegetables to people that can walk here on Saturdays and Sundays and buy them and take them home, and they don't have to drive across to the supermarkets on the other side of town.
Day one of the community workshop in Dania Beach really looked at the community stakeholders' preferences. And we kicked off the workshop with a presentation of EPA's tools and how these tools can be used to help the resilience planning process. And then what we did was we broke down the value-focused thinking elicitation into 3 different sessions. The first session looked at stakeholder preferences and concerns. The second session looked at how do we measure success? And the third one looked at how do we achieve success?
To me, the reason I'm here and the value of today's process and the process going forward tomorrow is to take the general concepts and ideas about community resiliency and narrow them down to actual concrete, detailed, specific things that can be done in this very specific place, in this case, Dania Beach. I think some of the challenges, probably the biggest challenge overall, is the short-term thinking versus long-term needs.
The challenge is that we have a bedrock, a limestone aquifer that is incredibly porous, and as sea level rises, it also influences the elevations of our groundwater. And what that means is we end up with a lot less storage in the surface soils in order to manage rainfall and runoff. Our planning processes, we're developing very advanced hydrologic models that will help us begin to tease out the relative influences on floodwater management, and we're hoping to be able to couple the results of our hydrologic modeling with information that comes from the DAISYS tool as we begin to prioritize climate adaptation initiatives and begin to couple model output with the priority decision-making process to really help refine decision-making and investments in our community.
We don't know when it's summer or when it'll be winter. So our climate is continuously most like a summer.